Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about all things skincare. Fun fact, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. So when you graduate and you go to state board and you take your state board and you pass your test, you can be an esthetician, you could be a hairstylist in a hair salon, or you can even do nails. So before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, comment anything you want down below, and let's get it bumping. So the first thing you want to do before washing your face, touching your face, looking at yourself in the mirror, thinking about what you want to do with your life, wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands. It's really gross to go straight into your skincare routine after you just got home from work or after you just got done changing diapers. I don't know. Just wash your hands. Next thing that you're going to do first and foremost is exfoliate. You want to make sure that you are buffing off all of that dead skin, all of that oil, and all of that bacteria. So you want to make sure that you are exfoliating. One I'm going to be using today is the 7-Day Scrub Cream from Clinique, and I like to apply this that is running out onto my dry skin because I feel like the grit in it is really fine. Gives it a nice buffing effect on your skin. Try not to press too hard. That's what the grit in the scrub is for. And you'll notice too that I'm using kind of like just my two middle fingers, just because those tend to be more gentle, and I do get my index finger in on my forehead because I just do. Oh yeah. And I like to go in both directions, so see how I'm going straight back? I also like to mix it up and go forward in every direction. Whatever direction I go in, I go back over the opposite way. I just feel like it buffs it off better. Yes, I gotta lift up my hair. Do not judge me. I got a lot of it. And I just washed it too, so that's why you see its product, okay? So now, what you're gonna do is you'll go to the sink and rinse this off really, really well, or you can just take a complexion cloth like this one and wet it down really good. And you can just kind of wipe this off. Make sure you get it all off. Make sure that you are patting your skin. Patting. Water went flying everywhere. Pat your skin dry without spinning all over yourself. Never rub and do all that craziness. Always want to pat, especially over your eye area. And I also use the towel to kind of gently get my eyebrows back into place. Also, try not to exfoliate your skin more than once, twice, maybe 3 times a week. If you exfoliate 3, 4, 17 times a week and your skin is fine, more power to you. But for most of us, 2 to 3 times a week generally is the area that you want to stay in. And a lot of times the scrub will even say on the back, on the directions, how many times a week to use it. So the next thing that we're going to do actually is cleanse the skin. I have this little series by Henriksen, this little 3 series for oily skin. Yeah, girl. It comes with a really awesome cleanser that makes my skin feel really and just minty and fresh and just awesome. It's called Find Your Balance Oil Control Cleanser by Henriksen. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's how I've been pronouncing it for the years I've been using it. My bad, Henriksen. Don't take offense. I love you. But today, because I will be putting on makeup later, I just got this this set of 3 from Sephora. That is kind of a series meant to be used before you apply makeup, and it came with this cleanser here. It is called Wonderfeel Double Cleanser. So it says apply a generous amount to damp face and neck. We're just gonna do the face today, paying special attention to the eye area. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna use this on my eyes. Might dry me out. I'm not gonna risk it. Okay. I'm just going to dampen my face with a little water. And then take the tabby off. Ooh. Smells pretty good. Arms are tired. Okay, I'm gonna go rinse this off. We're back now with clean skin, and I have to say, my skin feels amazing. It feels really good. There's no tingling or anything like that. Feels bomb. So if you have more sensitive skin, it's best to stick to more of a gentle hydrating cleanser. If you have oily skin, like me, you want to make sure that you use something that foams up typically, or maybe has a little salicylic acid in it, because usually oily skin is also very acne prone skin. I used to get really bad acne in high school and a little bit after, and I haven't had a breakout in a while, thank the Lord. So I don't really feel the need to use a salicylic acid cleanser for me. But if you notice that you break out a lot and things like that and you have super oily skin, those two usually go hand in hand. So get something with a little salicylic acid in it to cut the breakouts down and cut some of the oil down. If your skin is on more of the dry side, it's actually better to use more of a creamy cleanser. This cleanser that I used today actually was pretty creamy. So that might be a good one for dry skin. But stick to something maybe that doesn't lather up quite as much, because as you know, lather and things like that, they can be very stripping. So you want to add moisture to your skin more so than strip what little you might have away. So stick to more creamy cleansers for dry skin. So we will be applying a mask today, but before we do that, we want to tone the skin. Some of you might think that's a little bit weird. Maybe you're used to toning your skin after you rinse your mask off, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But for toning before you apply the mask, it really helps just kind of act as a base and as a primer to the mask that you're about to put on. Kind of like you want to put on a primer before you put on the foundation. That helps the foundation apply better to your skin, helps it marry better to your actual skin. So it kind of works the same way before you apply a mask. You want to tone the skin, and it regulates and levels out your pH levels of your skin. It just balances everything out and brings your skin back to normal, kind of before it was before you started this whole process. Cleansing and exfoliating and things can disrupt that, so you want to bring it back down to level and allow a blank canvas that is good and ready to receive the mask, and the mask will actually absorb better into your skin once you've toned. So I am going to go ahead and use the Balancing Force Oil Toner by Henriksen, because like I said, I will be applying makeup later on today, so I just kind of want to do whatever I can to minimize my oil production. So just a little bit of that on a cotton, and just swipe it over the face. You know how this goes. Dry down a little bit so it doesn't feel like it's wet anymore. Now for the mask. So today I'm going to be using the fresh Umbrian Clay Purifying Mask. It says it deeply cleanses and purifies, and clay masks are actually best for oily skin as well. So that's what I'll be using. I've never used it before. So once again, we are going to take off this little tabby. I mean, listen. Now, obviously, again, you want your hands to be clean, but also another good way to apply a mask is actually with a brush. So that's what I will be doing. You can do it with your hands. It doesn't make a huge difference, but just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with a brush. I feel like it's easier to get in the little nooks and crannies of the nose that way as well. So we are going to apply this mask with this brush. I'm just gonna kind of put this on the back of my hand like I would foundation. Another thing too, you don't want to use too much of the mask that you're applying, just enough. I kind of put a lot out, so I might use it just for the sake of using it, but don't use too much. Ooh, it's green. So this mask says to leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes. So I personally like to go for the max time. We're gonna set our timer for 5 minutes and we're gonna let that marinate. In the meantime, I want to talk to you guys about the different masks for the different skin types. So as I said earlier, I have really oily skin. So a clay mask is best for oily skin. As it dries down, I will probably start to see little dark spots of where it's pulling and drawing that oil out of my skin. The only thing with clay masks is that you want to make sure not to leave them on too long, preferably not longer than the recommended time on the directions of whatever mask you're using, because that could actually dry out your skin and defeat the purpose of the whole skincare routine, which is balance and batteries dying. Another thing that you want to make sure that you remember with clay masks is actually not to leave them on too long, like I mentioned. You want to get it off right before it actually dries all the way down. So the next time you use a clay mask, don't wait until it gets to that flaky stage before you rinse it off. Do the touch test, touch it, make sure that it's still a little bit tacky to the touch, and then rinse it off. As you can see, mine is getting a lot lighter, and there are areas where I probably applied a little bit more than probably necessary, but we'll wait until the timer goes off and then we'll rinse it off. For normal skin types, you want to look for more of a creamy mask. You don't really have issues with dryness, you don't really have issues with too much oil, so kind of meeting in the middle and getting a cream mask should be relatively easy to find. And I might put a couple recommendations down below in the description box for each skin type as well. Also, for normal skin with cream masks, you can leave them on for a little bit longer, so you can kind of let all of the nourishment and the benefits of those masks penetrate your skin really well. For dry skin, you want to go for a more hydrating mask. They're formulated to give you nice, moist, supple skin right after the treatment. And you can also use things like oatmeal masks for dry and sensitive skin as well. I only have a few seconds left of my mask and I'm gonna go rinse it off. As you can see, it has pretty much completely changed color and it is time to rinse this thing off. But before I do that, let me know in the comments down below, what's your favorite mask? What's your skin type and what mask do you like to use? Maybe you're oily, but you like the hydrating masks every now and then. Maybe you're dry, but you maybe sometimes like a good clay mask just for a couple minutes or two. So comment down below with your favorite mask and your skin type. I'm gonna go rinse off this mask and I'll be right back. You want to use lukewarm water, rinse multiple times, even maybe get a washcloth and just make small circular motions around the areas that are kind of hard to get doing this in the sink, and just making sure that you're getting all of that product off of your skin. After the entire mask is off of your skin, you might want to just splash your face with some cool water. As a lot of you probably know, this helps to tighten and close the pores up a little bit, because you don't want those pores to stay wide open, and you might be susceptible to more dirt and debris and anything else getting in there. So now is the time after the mask to go ahead and close those pores up and continue on with your skincare routine. So remember earlier when I told you that I would let you guys know why it isn't necessary to cleanse your skin after you remove the mask? Well, it isn't necessarily that this step is wrong. It's just not necessary. You can actually cleanse before or after you apply a mask, but not both. Very important to remember. If you are cleansing your skin before you apply a mask and then going back in and cleansing it after you remove the mask with warm water, you are drying out your skin, especially for dry skin and oily skin, because obviously with dry skin you're already battling with dry flaky skin, so you don't want to dry it out even more. And also with oily skin, being that we just use that clay mask, if you happen to have left that on too long and let the mask get to that dry flaky state, now cleansing your skin after that is just reinforcing the dry flaky state that you just put your skin in. So just remember, it is kind of up to your preference, but you do want to let that mask kind of just rest on your skin. Let all of the ingredients of whatever mask you just used really penetrate and just kind of sit there and do its thing. Masks are actually able to deliver ingredients into your skin. I think it's about 300% more than serums. So just let your skin enjoy the hydration benefits. Let that those ingredients from that mask just soak in, and just let your skin really revel in that moment. Don't wash it all right back off. If you feel like anything was brought out in your skin, maybe has some oils or anything that might have been extracted from the mask, this is where that toner really can come in, and it actually again balances the skin, because we just went in with a mask, and just like the scrub and the cleanser, it does disrupt the pH of your skin a little bit. So you do want to bring that pH and that normal level back to your skin by toning once again after you've removed the mask. You have to do this step, even if you have oily skin. As an oily skin person, you might be thinking, I have really oily skin. I'm not going to moisturize my face because that is just going to add to the moisture and the oil and everything else that's going on in my skin. So I can just skip moisturizer altogether because my oils are my moisturizer. Wrong answer. If you do not moisturize your skin every day after cleansing and doing all the things that we just did, and you skip moisturizer altogether, your skin is actually going to produce more oil. If you notice that you're really oily, think about your routine. Are you moisturizing? Because if you're not, that could be the reason why you're producing so much excess oil on your skin. So yes, if you have super oily skin, you want to make sure that you are moisturizing. Especially if you wear makeup, that's going to actually cause your makeup to slide around on your face, of course, you know, and you'll have to touch up more. And that could also cause the makeup, in addition to the oil, to clog your pores, and then you're gonna break out. So we want to avoid all of that. You have to moisturize. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with another product from the Ole Henriksen Oil Balancing collection. This one is the Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. I'm gonna go for this one instead of the one that came in the trio that I mentioned earlier, just because again, I'm going to be applying makeup later, so I just wanna do everything I can to control my oils now. And the sheer transformation, I personally like to use more at night. It's gonna be better to press it in because that allows it to be absorbed into the skin a little bit better, and it prevents you from tugging and rubbing and pulling on your skin, creating wrinkles. I'm also going to take just another drop, not that much, and bring it up to my neck as well. And again, with this, you always want to make sure you're moving up with your neck because we don't want wrinkles. And the final step to our skincare routine today is eye cream. Now, eye cream is a must, ladies and fellas too. Don't play yourselves. My mom actually started using eye cream, I believe she told me when she was 19. Obviously you don't probably have a ton of wrinkles or dark circles or bags under your eyes at 19, but why wait for those things to happen before you start using an eye cream? Wouldn't you rather prevent it? All of the tugging and the pulling and the patting and everything that you're doing with your eyes when you apply your makeup, you want to make sure that you're using an eye cream to combat the effect that all that tugging and pulling can have on your eye area. The eye area, the skin around and on your eyelids, is the thinnest skin on your whole body. So you want to make sure to treat it well and to be very soft and delicate with anything that you do in that entire area. I am the anti-aging product advocate. I use a lot of anti-aging products in my day-to-day. Anything anti-aging that I can get into my skincare routine, I definitely work it in. Young forever. Young forever. So I'm going to go in with my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. This eye cream is really great for prior to applying concealer and powder under the eye. I feel like it really helps melt everything together, and I don't get that cakey, dry, cracked, creasy look under my eyes. This eye cream is awesome. So what you want to do is take that eye cream on your ring fingers, just a little bit, and we're just going to pat that in. I like to go over my eyelids as well. And I focus in here on the corners of my eyes to prevent, you know, laugh lines and crow's feet. That patting motion also helps draw blood to the area. It stimulates circulation and draws blood to that area. So if you have dark circles or bags or anything, that kind of draws the blood to that area and makes everything look nice and supple and moisturized. Alright guys, that's it. Now you have clean, beautiful, radiant skin. I hope these tips and tricks helped you along the way. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.